So just beginning to tune your breath, tuning your breath to the tune that all of nature is singing to you right here and right now. There's a very special, precise song that's being sung just for you by all of nature and by your true nature in complete harmony. See if you can experience the breath as a conduit of interbreathing with the harmony of the whole. And just settle in to being here. And allow yourself to be here in an unformed, informal way. Not formed by your conditioned mind, but just informally, naturally here. And as everyone begins to gather from various points around the globe and beyond, we're all converging to a resonance of heart intention that's being bridged between all human hearts and bridged by nature. And bridged by one another, because we are nature. And this is our nature. To reweave, to remember as one body. An energy body. So feeling this, the import of being here fully. And let's invite in now all of nature. Beginning with a welcome to yourself and including all parts of yourself. We welcome in all of our human brothers and sisters in the collective, all who would be served by this attunement. We invite in the herd of light who are finishing up the most delicious last bites of their lunch. Yoshi is licking at the salt block. And Teddy, Khalil. Here, I'll turn the camera. Travis. Khalil, Tasneem, Yoshi, and Teddy, and all of your most intimate beloveds, including those who are no longer in their form, like Omar, who's guiding this herd, and many of those pole stars that have crossed your heart terrain so intimately that they're forever imprinted as part of you. Just feel them here as you soften into yourself and make room. And as we extend our hearts out, like the supernovas that they are, into the galaxies to breathe with the stars, allowing our whole being to breathe with the elements, water, and fire, earth and soil, air, ether. We invite in Mother Gaia, because here we are, embodied in the center of her being. And all her animal beings, the winged ones, the oceanic beings, the insect realms, Arctic beings, the vast beings on the safari plains, earth and forest, mountain and desert, rainforest dwellers, all the microcosmic beings, those beneath the soil, too many to name, but feeling the interbreathing tapestry of all life. The trees, the flowers, plants, to see who calls out and leaps into your heart nearer than near, giving themselves in fullest support to this awakening that is rippling in and out through the center of this circle everywhere. And converged here, right here and now, with a humility, with a vulnerability, and with an amplified power of convergence. Let us ripple this intention, this convergence of intentions out to the whole as a gift. Just beginning to tune to what is holding you up right now, and feeling what is whispering through the pores of your skin, through the air, the sounds and the frequencies that are swirling around and within you. And begin to know yourself on a deeper level than the mind. Allowing your breath to become intelligence itself. Just breathing in these transmissions now as we take in different keys. There will be words, word vehicles that leap out into your heart, into your mind, into your body, and unlock something, or rearrange something, or clear something. And just allow this process to be mysterious, loosely held. The transmissions that came through on this exploration of pain came through by sitting out with the herd this morning, inviting in the group space that is here now, and the collective field of human pain, and letting it dance with nature, in the fresh air, in the clean soil. And lo and behold, as I was sitting, up came this incredible horse being, Teddy Barak, he's the only horse here that is not a Tennessee walker. And he's this barrel-chested mammoth being he has the most oceanic breath out of the whole herd. It's really different and vast. And he is so incredibly embodied. And his frequency sings in a unique way. And he decided to come up and breathe with me in the most intimate way, where our lips were parted between one another's lips. And we were breathing. And then his muzzle went to my temple, and my eyes, my cheek. And this went on for quite a long time. He was in the deepest trance, as was I. And he just lay himself down. And I laid down. And we breathed. And 2 hours had gone by. And I really needed to be able to share with you something in the way that we humans do by using words. So here's what came through. I will share it with you from the very beginning all the way through. But please don't follow it with your mind, because you might get a headache. Please allow your whole being to breathe with it and to use it in the way that Teddy breathed it through. So before we begin, let's all take a breath in. Let's send out some rays of our heart to Susan, who is here on the call and is experiencing a lot of pain. Susan, just allow this breath for a moment from our heart to meet yours. Allowing the breath of the herd to meet yours. Just feel held as our breath encircles you. Trying to make your body become as comfortable as it can, whether you need to lie down or shift it, but listen. The transmission says this: pain is just pain. It is a portal. It is precious. It is simply and beautifully pain, unless it is layered. Layered upon layered, a conglomerate of unidentifiable pain, where only the surface is glimpsed and resisted, but its center of beauty has never been touched. Then it becomes something ambiguous and frightening. And it is labeled too big or too scary to touch. And it screams instructions out how to avoid it, how to find and seek out louder distractions, to draw attention away from the conglomerate of layers and layers of frequencies of untouchable pain. But have you ever invited pain into the open arms of your most natural state of coherence? The field of the embodied self as a coherent wholeness, remembered back from its dismembered selves. Have you ever invited coherence back into your body, mind, and whole being as your primary state? Or have you simply accepted the dull, excruciating pain, the habitual state of the frequency of incoherence, the dissonance and fragmentation of parts of yourself that have fallen out of harmony with the very heartbeat of the universe? If you have not turned your attention and directly felt the state of incoherence and the pain of it, then when pain arises, it becomes something to resist and to harden against, something too insurmountable to meet. But if you invite in coherence to sing through every part of you, to breathe your natural state back to you as embodied self-knowing, then invite pain into this coherence. You will see pain as a frequency. It's a precious portal. Its tail is dipped into potentiality. Its alchemy is powerful and undeniable, and it re-entrains to your original vibration of embodied coherence, and is not separated out from the whole, but is sung back into its fullest coherent symphonic wholeness. So let's take a breath. Just feel within your being. The word vehicle, coherence as your natural state, and inviting it to be your fullest direct experience. You do not need to be the gatekeeper for coherence, rejecting and judging and pushing things away. You simply have to be a living invitation for coherence to re-emerge and sing back as an embodied remembrance of who you are. Pain is welcome here as part of the earth plane duality of experience. But you have unknowingly been deeply identified with incoherent identities of yourself and your world and others. Identities which have been created by frequencies of incoherence themselves. The state of incoherence is painful, and this is not simple pain. This forms conglomerate layers upon layers of discordant frequencies of fragmenting and creating matrices that try to work independently from the whole until they collapse and melt back to the coherent silence that sang you here. So right here and now, choose to sing yourself back with all of nature whispering, all of nature singing through your ears, your eyes that become seers through lenses of coherence, and ears, spiraling balancers which hear through coherent drums. And feet circulating coherence with the skin soil of Mother Gaia herself. Invite your heartbeat to become in sync with Mother Gaia. Coherent with silence itself. And then, when pain arises, it can be fully met in a new way, directly, woven into its fullest potentiality, which is who you are. Softened into, melted into coherent medicine with each coherent breath. Let's take a breath now, feeling fully. And it may be surprising to you how we feel to approach the human collective on this rich, fecund soil topic of pain. For at first, it feels like a mountain, too big to climb, because you have miraculously made mountains out of molehills. And to undo these, one simply needs to go to the very root of roots of the matter. For your pain is layered like the soil. So let's go to the heart of the matter. Let's go to the heartbeat of the mother. Let's unearth and unveil pain. For your pain has become layered frequencies upon frequencies, back to the most subtle center they go. And most only notice pain on the surface and have very little experience and no guidance of how to meet it fully, all the way down to the heart of the matter, to the heartbeat of the mother. There is a most subtle pain that starts the snowball, rolling with momentum, sticking layers upon layers of icy, sticky snow, and growing into the biggest, abundant, multi-layered, complex snowball, which seems too scary and too big to touch. How could one ever meet this conglomerate of pain fully, especially amidst the busyness of life? Well, right here and now, let's take a simple breath, going deeper into its center. First, becoming familiar or familiarizing yourself again with the opposite of pain, with the frequencies that are the opposite of pain. This is an embodied knowing, deeply rooted reclaiming of coherent frequencies on every level that are in harmony with one another. This is your natural state. This is nature's state of being. This is what all of nature re-entrains you to. When you allow the frequencies of coherence as an embodied state directly being coherent, simply by inviting in coherence here and now. So just see. If you invite in coherence into your being on every level, how familiar this state is. Just begin to find your own way. How do you invite in and receive coherence in every cell of your being and in every silent space within, down to the subtlest level? On the subtlest level, you are already this coherence? How do you invite it in to become heard, to fully embody it? Invite in the heartbeat of the earth. Invite in the aura of her very breath. Allow Mother Gaia to begin to breathe her oceanic waves through you. Invite Mother Earth to reharmonize you, to recalibrate you, to realign you to your original coherence. Know that your vulnerability is a portal. Vulnerability is your true being, for your true being is porous, malleable, returnable to the very breath and heartbeat of Mother Gaia herself. And from there, it is easy to feel the subtle, silent center, singing coherence with all parts of you in harmony with the whole. Now bathe in this ocean of coherence, breath by breath, and know it directly as who you are. That's what we do. Feeling, becoming, inviting coherence back home as you is the way into meeting pain. For once the pain of incoherence is fully recognized, felt, coherence can then re-entrain and return pain back to its source. Pain invited into the coherent field without hesitation, and its gift becomes revealed. For the tail of all pain, its tail, when met in the field of coherence, its tail dips freely into the ocean of potentiality. And the sea of potentiality is coherence itself. To meet pain here with its tail, breathing coherence, is to turn pain to medicine. We create from pain in this way. So notice how you tend to meet pain from the already painful frequencies of incoherence, fragmented notes, discordant with one another, discordant with the heartbeat of the mother. But re-entrainment is easy because you are porous. Your vulnerability is your strength, a very portal to coherence. So now meet pain as it arises. For coherence is vaster and invites incoherence in to be held in its powerful heartbeat. Its heartbeat resonance is a resonance coherent with silence. So now meet pain as it arises. For coherence is vaster and invites incoherence in fully to be held in its powerful heartbeat resonance, a resonance coherent with silence. So feeling now as if you are being breathed by Mother Gaia herself. Breathe back into coherence, your natural state. Harmonizing with the heartbeat, as all of nature does. The heartbeat of Mother Gaia, which is harmonized with the heartbeat of the universe. And back to the most subtle center of yourself, which is always in harmony too. Inviting every cell, every organ, every system of circulation, every subtle center to reharmonize, to become coherent, to soften into coherence. And any incoherence is invited in, including pain, which is pain. Incoherence is pain, invited into this vastness. Drinking from the well of potentiality. Let's absorb this now, simply on the breath. I'm going to allow some sound frequencies to flow through this coherent field that we have co-created now to help with the assimilation. Feeling our coherence, the very ground of silence itself. We thank our whole beings, thank all of nature for including us, for allowing us and inviting us to invite ourselves back home.